welcome to my first dopamine detox. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. To not wake up and immediately go on my phone is so weird. If you don't know what a dopamine detox is, people have different definitions of it. Some people don't do like anything that gives them dopamine. I think that's a little weird and unnecessary. My goal with this is to just not do anything that gives me an unhealthy spike of dopamine. Keyword there is unhealthy. So all electronics, all screens are off limits right now and will be all day. I'm going to talk about the details more after I kind of wake up a little bit, which again is weird because usually I wake up and get accustomed to like the light and the day and like get my mind prepped with laying in bed on my phone for like 30 minutes. So it's been weird just laying here, just trying to wake up on my own. I actually fell back asleep a couple times, I think. It is almost 10 o'clock and I went to sleep at about midnight. I feel like this is gonna be as close to my ideal day as possible. I guess not an ideal working day, but an ideal relaxing day. This is also odd for me because I literally live off of my calendar and my to-do list, and I almost feel directionless without one, even though I wrote everything down. Like I literally have this paper of what I want my day to be, which would basically be my calendar. I also made this little pamphlet, and this has my rules and my ideas and some recipes. So I mean, I do have an idea of what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just feeling a lot lazier this morning than I thought I would. And I feel really sore, so I don't know if I wanna get up and go to the gym. But I think the most productive thing for me to do right now is just get Keanu some food because Keanu is with me today. So get him his breakfast. Maybe I'll eat my breakfast. I wanna stretch and take him out. Maybe we can go on a little like WAOK, and once I do that, maybe I'll feel better and my body will be more awake. And then we can kind of talk about the breakdown of this challenge and my rules and why I'm doing this. On a WAOK, and I do have my phone, but I am not gonna look at it at all. It is solely for my sanity, just so that my boyfriend has my location, and also I have my settings so that my mom or him can call, so they both know not to call unless something bad is happening, which just eases my anxiety a little bit. I wish I could film this, but I refuse to do it on my phone, and I'm not bringing my camera with this psychopath. He seems really calm and really normal, but he's kind of a psychopath when we're on a walk. It is so fucking cold outside right now. I'm not ready. Okay, so the morning routine is done, the makeup is done. I feel a little bit better now. Kyle also came and picked up Keanu for a split second. So I am completely alone and I'm ready to lock in on like all the stuff that I was going to do, which kind of brings me to the rules and what I'm planning on doing here and what I'm trying to accomplish. So I think I said this at the beginning, but people kind of have different interpretations of what a dopamine detox means. For me, I just don't want easy, quick hit dopamine during this time. Things like social interactions and having a dog around, sunlight, exercise, reading, all of those things are very healthy for you to have, and they're also not quick hitting. They actually have like long-term benefits and they make you feel more relaxed rather than like that quick hit that makes you crash really hard. I'm trying to avoid the things that will make me crash. So my rules, as per my little pamphlet, are no electronics, no screens, no phone use, no social media, which that's all kind of implied fine with no screens and no electronics. The only exception here is my camera, just so that I can film this challenge, which I think is fine because it's not like I can really consume anything off of it unless I'm rewatching the videos back, which I don't do anyways. No music, no sounds really except for white noise, no sugar, no caffeine, no fast food, no alcohol, no hot showers, so mostly cold showers, but also like kind of lukewarm is okay, and then no multitasking. If you did peep the protein drink this morning, like no sugar means no, I guess, specific added sugars, so no sweets, like no candy, no juices that are just purely sugar. Like I think a protein drink is okay, and like the sugars that are in the foods that I'm already eating, that's like an actual meal, that's fine. I didn't put it in here also, but no snacking, just like actual meals, even if it's a frozen meal. Like I'm not really a whole foods kind of girly. I'm not to that point where I'm that healthy that I'm only eating like strict whole foods diet. I do eat things that are processed, but that's like frozen foods that are still full meals, so that's okay. So I also put like ideas on here, so stuff that I can do: walking outside, exercising, meditation, mindfulness, reading, journaling, stretching, writing, filming, and cleaning. So my overall goal for this is going to be the first part of my kind of dream life series, which is basically a series of me doing things that are going to heal my nervous system, make me more confident, and make me more disciplined. I've been noticing lately that my problem really is the damn phone. I am spending a lot of time online. I'm spending a lot of time just on my phone in general, not working on my goals, distracting myself, and just giving myself cheap dopamine. So I have some goals of slowing down my life and being more intentional and getting off my phone, getting away from distractions, being more disciplined, and I think this is a good start to doing that. Also, I think ever since the first day I've gotten a phone, I have never had a 0 screen time day. Honestly, probably since before I even had a phone, because I was on computers a lot. I don't know the last time I spent 24 hours without looking at a screen, and I'm really excited to see if on my screen time on my phone it'll actually say 0 minutes, because I've never seen that in my entire life. And also, since I didn't say it already, hello beautiful babe of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post a lot of lifestyle videos, a lot of self-help videos, and a lot of wellness videos, so if you're into any of that, be sure to click the subscribe button down below. But honestly, even with this being something to heal my nervous system and to kind of step away from my anxiety, I do have a lot to do today, and I feel a little bit like, in the smallest amount, I feel slightly nervous about getting all of this stuff done. One of the main things I want to do is make some punch cards. I actually wrote down all the ones I want to make and what the rewards are, so I think I'm gonna do this because I have 15 to make. That is kind of the main intention here. Also reading, also journaling and meditation. I would like to also meal prep and clean and maybe take down my Christmas decorations, but those are more so like to-do list task items that feel like I have to do them to make my life more efficient, not something that is actually calming me down and helping me take life slower and be more intentional. So I'm gonna focus on the things that I really want to do and the things that I think will be more beneficial for me to do today. If you didn't catch it earlier, I'm also reading Alchemized, which is a big bitch. This is all I've read so far. I'm not even halfway through, and I've been reading it for weeks. So if I could potentially finish this, that would be amazing. Although I don't even think if all I did was read this entire day that I could finish it. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna start with making the punch cards, and if I get to a point that I'm kind of tired of doing it, then I will read, and we'll just alternate back and forth until I'm like, I don't want to do either one of these things anymore, and then I'll reconsider. Like 30-45 minutes, and I've only made 2. So this is my student loan one, and this is my seasons one. That turkey is looking a little wonky. I don't know. I think they're really cute though. It's just the effort to do this. I mean, it takes like 15 minutes per card. I'd say like 10 to 20. Let's just say 20 for 15 of them. It would take like 5 hours. That is insane. So I kind of want to do maybe a couple simple ones, but I can't believe I've only done 2. Oh my god. I'm actually really glad I'm doing this now and didn't wait to do it when I could use my phone, because I would absolutely put this off once I saw how long they were taking. But this is the effort I want to put into them. So yeah, I guess let's just keep at it. I don't know. Okay, so it is 5:30. I have been making progress. Actually, let me show you guys. I just set up shop over here because honestly, I'm kind of starting to hit my breaking point with, I don't know, just being in one spot and doing the same thing. And because the sun was going down, I really need light. But besides the point, this is what I've done so far. If we can focus. So 5K subs, Notion templates, student loans, quarterly social events, and celebrate the holidays and seasons. So obviously I'm only a third of the way done. I still have a lot to do, but this book has me in a chokehold and I can't stop. But I can tell I'm going a little bit insane and I need an actual break. So I think I'm gonna cook some dinner and probably clean up a little bit. I might take down these Christmas decorations kind of while my food is cooking, because they're kind of starting to overstimulate me a little bit. So this is what happens when I take everything out of my outdoor closet. I'm still cooking my dinner, but it's gonna take a little while, so I think I'm just gonna try to sort this at least a little bit into like categories and figure out if there's anything I want to donate, because I'm pretty sure there is. And hopefully I will feel better about this situation soon, because this has been something that has been bothering me for months. Alright, I am finally done with these little punch cards. I think at some point I just kind of realized that I needed to lock in and finish these, or else I probably wasn't gonna do them on a different day. So now I'm just making sure they're all on this little binder clip thing. I'm actually really tired, even though I didn't really do anything all day. Quite honestly, I have just been drained the entire time. I'm not sure why. I thought it was because I was hungry, then I thought it was because I was dehydrated, but I don't necessarily feel like it's actually any of those things. It might just be that I'm not having sugar. But regardless, I need to clean up. I cannot leave the apartment in this state. I feel like I maybe committed a little too much with cleaning out this storage closet. I did put everything kind of into categories, but I don't have the containers and stuff I need to actually put it away in a truly organized fashion. So I'm just gonna have to leave that probably for next week based on what my plans are. I actually still have a little bit of my book to read too. I'm basically on page 700 and there's a little over 1K in the entire book. So like 300 more pages left. This would take me probably a good 3-4-ish hours to finish. So I'm not gonna be able to finish it tonight, and I feel like I'm gonna get to a point in it where it's gonna kill me to not finish reading it, and I may binge it if I'm feeling up for it, but with how tired I am, I just feel like that's not even possible. I've read a good bit today. I think I started at around 480, so I've read about 200 pages today, on top of making all these little punch cards, cooking, taking Keanu out, cleaning up a little bit. But like, I feel like in 11 hours I should have been able to do more. Like, am I wrong? I don't know. Let me pick all of this up and I will get back with you guys. Alright guys, I'm finished my punch cards, I'm finished my cleaning, finished eating for the day, and I really don't have anything else that is super pressing to do. And it is now 9:30, almost 10 actually. This is kind of naturally when I would start winding down for bed anyways, so I am just gonna go and shower and do my skincare, do all of that, and then lay down. I might do a little bit more meditation today, or maybe some journaling, more than I would usually normally do, just because I've been reading so much, but there's also gonna be a lot of reading and I don't know what time I'm gonna go to sleep. But since that's all I have left to do and I'm just gonna be basically in bed for the rest of the night, I figured I would talk about my feelings, what I thought about the challenge overall, and what I've been thinking throughout the day. So first and foremost, I didn't feel as strongly about this as I thought I would, in both a negative and a positive way. I thought I was either gonna love this so much or I was gonna absolutely hate it. I don't really feel either way. I feel pretty neutral, actually. There was no point in the day that I would say I was really upset about not having my phone or not using my computer or not doing anything like that, which is actually really comforting for me that apparently I don't need it as much as I think I do. Of course, there were some times where I maybe just wanted a little like brain off moment and I would have naturally gravitated to grabbing my phone, but when it wasn't there, I was just like, oh, okay, and then I did something else. So honestly, it was fine. And one of the things I really wanted to think about a lot was what were the parts of being on my phone and being on my computer that I was really missing versus what were the things I was not. So things I absolutely did not miss, do not care about, checking the comments or the views or anything analytics wise on my posts, my videos, checking other people's Instagram stories and Snapchat stories, whatever, like just checking in on people, playing kind of mindless games, checking my email, and just the mindless scrolling that I usually always do at some point throughout the day. What I did miss is playing my one game that I play daily, which is technically a Discord bot, but I missed that a lot and it really bothered me that I couldn't do all my daily actions. So that one's just kind of a silly one. Logging all of my like moods, symptoms, all of that. I have a bunch of different trackers that I use. Like I have tags that I put for my Oura ring, I have tags I put for my period, and I have like daily logs that I do at the end of the day for a bunch of various different things, like how my day actually was and like what type of workouts I did, stuff like that. I did miss doing that. I missed scrolling for creative purposes, like scrolling to get ideas. I missed Googling things, just being able to look up words or questions that I had. I missed taking pictures, updating my Instagram story, taking videos, updating my Notion and my brain dump and my to-do list, just being able to put everything in there. I think those were kind of my biggest ones. So in the end, I'm not sitting here like, oh my gosh, I don't need my phone for anything. Like, no, I love my phone. I love technology. I love social media. I love my phone. I love my computer. I love my devices and I love being able to use them. I think the biggest glaring issue I'm seeing here is that the problem is not the phone. It is the way I am using the phone and the fact that I use it without thought. I think I just need the intentionality of knowing why I'm picking it up. And I'm pretty sure that can be achieved with just screen time limits, putting my phone away when I need to do focused work, and maybe just having some days like this where I don't use my phone so that I can get into the habit of not using it and knowing what that feels like. And that it's fine and that there's no anxiety that needs to be associated with that at all. I also realized that my phone is not necessarily the problem for why I am not taking care of myself a lot of times, nor is like my computer or anything that I usually have to do in a day. My original plan was to go to the gym at some point today, but I have been really sore and really like sickly all day for no reason, so I just didn't want to. I didn't think it was the right decision, to be honest. I also did not drink a ton of water though, and I let myself get pretty hungry before I ate. So that tells me that it's not all these other things getting in the way, it's just that I put my health kind of last on the priority list. I managed to still eat pretty decent meals for what I did eat. Everything had protein, everything was like a well-rounded meal for the most part. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't think, yeah, I had no veggies except a little bit of onion. Oh, I guess I had a little bit of broccoli too. But I didn't have a ton of veggies. I did have a good bit of fruit. I had a good bit of protein. So they were well-rounded meals and I did not snack. I had 0 snacks the whole day, just my 3 meals, and drank like kind of an okay amount of water, but really not enough, not a good amount. Other than that, literally all I did was all the things that I said. So weirdly, overall, I feel like I was extremely unproductive with myself. I was so convinced that not having my phone would make me very productive and I would get so much done. And yeah, I did get a lot done according to like what I did want to do with my time, but I did not feel like ultra productive, like I was getting a lot done. On the flip side though, I think that was kind of the point. And if I'm really focusing on healing my nervous system, and if that was the goal of today, I do think I did that. I took the day really slow. I didn't get worked up about anything. I didn't get super anxious. I had a few moments where I was getting a little bit anxious, but it wasn't even because of like the lack of a phone. It was just for random things that I usually get anxious about. So yeah, I don't know. I feel really weird. I feel like this should have been a really big deal. And it just wasn't. I think that says almost more than it would if it was a big deal. You know what I mean? Like not using your phone for a day, not using social media or electronics. Like it's nothing crazy. It's almost like this could be really normal and really healthy for you. I'm excited to see how tomorrow feels, to see if it's like any different being on my phone. If I feel kind of anxious to do stuff on my phone because I didn't do anything on my phone today. Who knows, honestly. I feel like this is like not a very exciting, not a very crazy video. I thought it was gonna be wild and it just wasn't what I thought at all. Nothing near it. But I hope you got something out of it, or like, I don't know, you just enjoyed the experience of watching me do basically nothing all day. And if you did happen to like this video, be sure to give it a like and a comment, and if you're feeling generous, you can even subscribe. I do hope to see you guys all in the next video, but if not, bye-bye.